Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. So I found this article and it looked interesting to me. So I checked it out and there's some stuff I wouldn't mind talking about. It's Kevin Feige on Marvel's approach to diverse hiring and the Disney Fox buyout and Disney Play. Of course, what really caught my eye was Kevin Feige and Marvel's approach to diversity hiring. Now, if you haven't paid attention to the channel here, or I guess I should sum up. My whole position on this is you hire the best, and if they happen to be whatever they are, that's what you get. You just hire the best, period. And you don't search after diversity for diversity's sake. Mind you, diversity as defined by what we've seen in Hollywood and other forms of entertainment is anyone who is not white. So if you have a room full of black people and nothing but black people, they will see that as diversity, so long as it's not white. Personally, I define it different. I take the word diverse in any way, shape, or form. That same group of just black people could be very diverse in their religious beliefs and their political ideals and just their family values or what have you. Also, that room could be filled with people who are diverse racially, so long as you have a big eclectic mix, not just someone who is not white. So that's where my opinion differs between Hollywood and entertainments, and from that, let's see what the article says. Diversity on screen and behind the camera is a hot topic in film, with Marvel's Black Panther breaking box office records for both superhero films and movies from black filmmakers. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige says that whether studios are forced to diversify their casts and crews or not, they should. Feige goes to say, well, one question really is, should people be forced to do it? And maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is no. If you're in a position of power and you're the one doing the hiring, we have learned on our last number of movies and a number of movies that haven't come out or haven't been announced, that the more diverse the group of people around the table, the better the movie, Feige told The Hollywood Reporter. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler actually said, do you have production designers, costume designers that you like to work with? And we said, sure, but if you have someone, let us know. And he said, well, I've worked with various people on films that are excellent, but much smaller than Black Panther. And in the case of every single crew member that he brought to us, they blew us away. They were incredible, and it was because we were open to listening and giving people an opportunity, and now you know we're desperate to work with them all on the films going forward. Now, the way he said that could either be taken as very bad or very good. First he says, and we were happy to give them a chance. You know, it's like, hey, bring those black people over here and, you know, we're the white saviors. And that happens quite a bit in Hollywood and such. They really do stand out like that. They really do see themselves as that. But I don't think that's what's being said here. But what is being said, or at least what I got out of it, was that they're doing it right. Ryan Coogler said, hey, I've got a bunch of people. Now, if he said, I just got a bunch of people, then sight unseen, they trusted him, and it could have been anybody. So they're saying that they heard that these people were good, therefore they agreed to hire them. And that's merit. And if it's a diverse cast, like I said, whatever, they're hired on merit, then by all means, that's the way to do diversity. You get the best, and no matter what they are, that's what they are. Big deal. Black Panther is not real. He is not a real person, but he represents real hopes, real dreams, and real representation, Feige continued. And so there is a certain amount of pressure that came with that, delivering on what people had been dreaming about for years, whether they read the comic book or not, because a lot of people said, wait a minute, this is a hero that looks like me. And the importance of that really can't be understated. People get so excited to see themselves on that big screen, and you just take that very, very seriously. Okay, two things on this one, too. First of all, I am a white, straight male. So I've been on silver screen TV forever and a day as far as what they call representation, I don't see it that way. I see it as this person has the same ideals as me. Does not matter who or what color, what gender, whatever, if they have the same ideals, I'm represented by that character. And that is a big problem I see today, and what Feige is spewing right here. Yeah, it's good to see, I guess, somebody who looks like you. Yeah, show me the fat, bald, old hero, and you know that I could get behind nowadays. But what really matters is what's on the inside. That's what I was taught. I'm of an older generation. I understand. I'm 48 years old. We were taught you don't look at the race, you know. And by that, of course, you see a black guy's a black guy, white guy's a white guy, but that's not the driving force. What's inside, their moral character, their work ethics, things like that. What makes a good man no matter what the skin color is. And that's what we're being taught. But the message it just seems to be increasingly what really matters is the race. It doesn't matter how that character acts. It just matters what that character looks like. We've seen that most in comics as far as Iceman is concerned, as far as America Chavez is concerned. It does not matter to them if the character is written well. It's just so the character is out there. And I've said this before, I will say this again. That is not representation. That is presentation. If you do not care about the character beyond we have to get that character out in front of people, then you're not representing anybody. You're not actually creating a character. You're creating a demographic. You're checking a box. Now we have a popular gay character. Boom. Now we have a lesbian character. Boom. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do, or how they're actually represented, so long as they are presented. One thing Feige couldn't address is what those announced projects might be, or whether they'd include characters that are part of the Disney in progress buyout of 21st Century Fox. Well, the buyout is not 100% complete yet, so there's only so much I'm allowed to say, or so much they even tell me, Feige explained, quickly pivoting the discussion to the upcoming Disney Play streaming service. The streaming service is something that we're going to be adding content to, which is exciting. I love your analogy with the campfire, right? As many people as you can get around the campfire and tell stories, campfires can be different. We're going to tell stories for the streaming service that we wouldn't be able to tell in a theatrical experience. A longer form narrative, that's what comics are. It's about as long form a narrative as exists, but also maintaining that theatrical experience, which is our bread and butter, and the lines around the block if you're lucky. Wow, that's a huge question, Dodge, isn't it? I mean, seriously, he had said absolutely nothing in that paragraph right there. He was asked a question, and, ooh, I love to dance a little sidestep. Now you see him, now you don't. He's come and gone. And yeah, that's what he did right there. And said absolutely nothing. So I'm going to go back to something he touched upon that he just kind of backed up something he said in a previous paragraph where he said, upcoming films. It's going to work on upcoming films that haven't been announced yet. So these are films that aren't in the making, that are probably, and now once again, it's just a guess. These are films that are in pre-production. And they're saying that, oh, it's so wonderful. These movies are better because we did this. We did the diverse cast. And once again, if you are hiring the best and they just so happen to be white, or they just so happen to be black, or they just so happen to be Latino or Asian or whatever, fine, that's great. But if you're going, hey, we need to find somebody to do this, and we need to make sure that they are this color, then that's the wrong way to go about it. And he's already saying these movies are better, even though nothing has been put to paper. Nothing, nothing's been done about them. So what we're seeing here, what he is saying is, or at least this is what I'm getting out of it, is that so long as the cast is diverse, it's better than what we made before. And I'm sorry, and the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. And by the way, that's the actual phrase. It's not the proof is in the pudding. It's the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. And it doesn't matter what your cast is so long as the writing is good, the directing is good. So thank goodness for you feeling good with your virtue signaling there, Kevin. But until the movie is out, until we taste the pudding, we just don't know. The proof of the pudding is in the tasting. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? What do you think about the whole diversity hiring thing and what Kevin Feige had to say about it? And like I said, in some cases, I think, or some instances, I think he was right. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell occasionally, YouTube does their job and tells you that, hey, there's a video coming out, or we're doing a live stream like every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We talk about movies and the Extreme Movie Show. Anyway, also, if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon. The link is in the description below, and drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on and helps keep making videos for you. Like, thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.